Would you like some shitty players to podcast about a game they're not good at?
What's up, Digidestin? Thank you for listening to the Security Check Digimon TCG podcast. Make sure to join the Cataclysmic Cardboard Discord server via the link in the description. And now, let's jump into the digital world. We had a win case this past Sunday.
And it was amazing. Most fun I've had playing Digimon in a hot minute.
It was pretty good. It was nice to see so many people turn out. We had even more than last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 players. That was awesome. Good time.
Our local group.
Our
local group. Our local group. Our local group. And then we had the 3 that came from up towards Lexington that way. And then we had, of course, Team Demon Lords. So we had 2.
Wholehearted and his buddy.
Yes. So 4 groups. A lot of people traveled for that. Made me really excited.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure there were more people there that were from at least 2 hours away than there were people like within an hour.
There definitely was. So we'll do a quick rundown of the list of all the decks that were there. We actually pieced the list together from our old man memory. We had Royal Knights, Armor Rush, Jellymon, Metal Gar, Gamamon, Anubis, Leviamon, Heavy Leo, 2 Shine Greys, a Rosemon, Billstar, Numamon, Alter SB, SecCon, Fanglong, Black War Gray, Vaccines, and Bagra Army.
Not a single Pokemon.
Nope. Nobody picked up a Pokemon to try to come in and take a case.
I kind of agree with Mega. I just want to play a deck that has fun. So a Pokemon isn't really my cup of tea, and I feel like he's kind of in the same boat.
Yeah. Auto win decks aren't fun to play. I don't feel like anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be good, but I also want to have fun playing it. I'll start us out with a recap here. Game 1, I got to play against Wholehearted, who actually split first with Mega Sweaty. SecCon versus Bagra Army, that went 1 all the way into time. I almost had him once, but Kari giving him memory every time that I swing it as security and then losing half my board couldn't make it happen. So that boiled down to how many security we had left is how Sweaty ruled it. Because it's such a rare occurrence.
Yeah, it would go security, and then if your security's tied, you go to cards and deck, and you just go like that.
Yeah, he would have won earlier in the match if he hadn't played Avenge Kid and put my options back in my deck. But lost that one. Then I had to buy, and then I played against the Alter S. And I lost both of those games. I just didn't know Bagger well enough to really take it in there. I should have played Flare. Probably would have done a little bit better at least. But I wanted to have fun. I had a blast. There was so many people there. It was great.
Yeah, I think Bagra is just that deck. It's any kind of deck that's not tier 1, tier 2. Knowing your matchups, and I think sadly, I don't know if you could know all the matchups we've been having at locals here lately because they are very broad. Like we don't have, besides the couple Shine Greys we've had weekly, it's been pretty drastically different. Everyone brings something different.
Oh yeah, I mean, 17 out of the 18 decks, 18 different decks and 1 double with Shine Gray. Mm-hmm. So there was no coming in knowing what you were playing against. So Mikey, how did you do?
I did really good. For me, for me, I did really good. I placed 7th. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you didn't win." Doesn't matter. I made it to top 8. Hadn't made it top cut. Hadn't done that. So I was excited. Round 1 was Amphimon, and that would have been really tough, just due to the source strip. But 9 times out of 10, when he got to that, I had done kind of gained the edge from early swings with, Magnas and things like that. So I took that 2-0, and then round 2, who was round 2? Oh yeah, Metal Gar. And I took that 2-0. He sadly had to scoop the first one. He made a misplay, and he forgot to gain his memory back. And then, it was done my turn. I done play cards, and so took that game. And then round 3 was Wholehearted, which was very, very rough. He was playing SecCon, so I just couldn't swing enough. So we tried the rookie rush strategy where we just threw out Patamons and Gatomons, and then we tried another one where, Seraphi had Sec +2 and was swinging. His Digimon Emperor and X program came in super clutch against me in our first round because I had to play him twice. Yeah, I had to play second place twice. And boy, it was fun. I loved bantering with Wholehearted, but it was rough matches. Security control is still a thing, and Digimon Emperor was really oppressive for me because, pushing my Patamons out from security, I'd literally give him memory. And we did sadly have a misplay one game where X program shouldn't have wiped the board when I hit it from security. It just kills one Digimon, and I wiped my board, not even thinking, and still wouldn't have won. Still wouldn't have won. I would have still lost the round, but it would have made me feel better. And then after playing him back to back, I was mentally exhausted, to be honest. And I went in and played Meowth with Heavy Leo. And at that point, I lost to him 2-0. I could have done a lot of things different. He rushed me down game 1. Literally couldn't build fast enough. And then game 2, I had him down to 3 security, and he had like 3 or 4 people on the board, and I couldn't keep bodies on the board. So my big mistake there was I had pieces in my hand. I should have just built my stack in the back, because I could have built up, went out with Ofani or went out with Serafi, and probably took the game by then. But, also my security, both games was garbage. It was rookies or champions in both matches, which is not good for me at all. So, yep. Did pretty good though. So, I was pretty happy overall.
Donnie, how'd it go for you?
Buddy, I got contracted to build a house. So, I ended up playing 3 rounds. I did not get into Top Cut. I played against Rosemon in the first round, against Leafy Boy, and we had a really close game. Went to game 3. He managed to take it, and then played against Amphimon in round 2. Played against David, and I beat him. I think we went to game 3. I want to say we went to game 3. Or no, maybe I 2-0'd him. But the first round in that match was close because I bricked pretty hard and he almost beat me, but I was able to gain control of the board and brought it back from low security. But then the second round in that match, he got completely stomped. Like he was never able to get a board presence because as soon as he did, I was already there ready to counter. And then round 3. Who did I play round 3? Oh, I played Haggy
Yeah, you played
with
Jordan.
Devas. Yeah, I played against Devas in round 3, and that was an interesting match. Again, I'm pretty sure we went to round 3 on that one. Only one round of the 3 was close, and that was the round that I managed to win. I barely squeaked out a win. Only because I think he ran out of gas. But then the other 2 rounds, one round I bricked, and the other round he just beat me.
He was going pretty hard the other day.
He was.
Fourth place.
Yeah, 4th place.
Yeah, he did well. We had 2 of our guys from the security check crew get into top 8, and one of them got into the top 4. So it was a good showing.
Yeah, he swears that it was all Fang Long as a card, which is understandable, but he was piloting it pretty well.
Yeah, I think he did good. Fang Long definitely helped, but every little bit matters.
I know that he played you, and he played Mega Sweaty, who was playing Billstar. And listen, Mega Sweaty was talking to me at one point, and he's talking about how you have to know all the decks and what all they do, and he was completely right. Like, you have to know exactly what your opponent's going to do to be able to know how much memory you're going to give them and how they're going to respond. And he did exactly that against Jordan, because he was watching his trash, knowing how many Devas were in the trash, and knew exactly when he was going to be able to play his Fang Long. There was one point that he even walked him through his play, because Jordan was going to kill one of his Digimon, but he explained to him why he needed to kill the Garuru stack over the Billstar, because the Billstar was just going to go to trash and he's going to get it back and play it again. But if he killed the engine, then he would dampen his speed. So, Mega Sweaty pulled a Maki and Coach Jordan at least through one play.
I'm telling you, it's when you know your deck. And I know nothing about Davis. So if Jordan would have played me, I would have just been like, please God, hit something security. So yeah, because I really don't understand how that deck works, and I haven't looked into it. I probably should, considering I think that's one of its big advantages right now. Is tons of people are like me. It's a deck that is good, but people sleep on it, and we don't look it up. We don't read the cards. We don't understand what they do. You know, I think, like you said there, it was really good because if you know the person's engine, you can kind of take it out. Like, decision making plays a huge part. You know, what Digimon to delete, which ones not to delete. You know, sometimes we're always focused on taking out the bigger stack, or and that may not be the real threat. I'm notorious of that. Like, I want to take care of a big body, and I don't pay attention to what they have in raising.
You're like,
That
oh no, that thing is terrifying, and you get tunnel
Yes.
vision.
all the time. Tiny's done it to me multiple matches. I'll tunnel vision, the black or gray that's on the board, but I forget in the back he's got a level 4 that he can promote literally next turn. I'll be like, oh, there's 3 bodies on the board. if I take him out, that's only 2 swings. He can't beat me. And then here it comes
Raising.
out of raising. And, you got to pay attention to that stuff.
Definitely super important to know what's going on. Only thing I know about Alter S whenever I was playing against him was if I threw down Psychmon, he couldn't reduce his play cost.
I think that's a huge part right now is, for instance, in my deck, and Wholehearted talked about it in a TikTok, is cute mons and pillow mons. They do a lot. Psychmon, any
Floodgate rookies are
yeah.
big.
Yeah, trying to work on this Rust Tyrannomon deck for the North Carolina regionals. That's what I've been thinking about is if somebody plays a cost reduction rookie, I'm screwed. So I got to get a way to get rid of it.
See, well, we just talked about it before we hit record. I used to never play security options in any of my red decks, and now I'm like, I feel like a lot of my earlier games, especially with like Agubond and stuff, I was playing Gaia Force because, those are the cards I have, and Crimson Blaze because, I was playing these cards because it's all I had. And I feel like I was on to something because those would help me out a ton in the long run. And I still think that's the case. I think sometimes when you're weighing out speed, because you're not going to go Burr all the time. The Melga players and the War Greymon players of the world, the Jessmons, when you don't go Burr, it sucks. The match is terrible. It's hard to come back out of. And, Black War Grey has Hades Force and things like that. I think you need to judge what you're going into, and having those helps a ton. It gives you a little cushion. Just a couple. I'm not saying run like, 20. Don't be SecCon, but run some options, some good security bombs.
Or some very versatile Digimon with effects that will get rid of those rookies, which is the route that I decided to go with Rust Tyrannomon, tossing in some Rapid Mons to deal with them pesky buggers.
That's huge. Well, Meowth has the TK and Izzy, the green yellow, in his deck, and that just helps him to do more because when a Digimon becomes suspended or whatever, he's getting a DP reduce, but he can tap him to reduce it even more. So that's really beneficial because he can meet better threshold. So that helps a lot.
Some good stuff.
I think the sweatiest deck we played, well, that was there to me was probably Anubis. And I know a lot of people didn't feel scared of Leviamon. I think that's still a very intimidating deck. Just from watching some couple online matches and things. Sec +2 in a purple deck is rough to go against.
Look, I played against Leviamon, not in the tournament. After me and the Leviamon player both lost because we didn't make it to Top Cut. While Top Cut was going on, me and him sat down and we played a match, a best of 3. Leviamon is no joke. That deck packs serious heat.
And doesn't it have like a combo with that bite or the chomp option card it has? Isn't that one of the things it kind of does?
It does. It's got multiple combos. But the main thing, the thing that people take notice of is that whenever Leviamon comes out and it attacks, it has I think it's a win attacking. It might be a win digivolving, but I think it's a win attacking. Is that it deletes the highest DP and the lowest DP. It says win attacking, delete one opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, then delete one opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. So it's one effect, which means you can only respond to the effect once. And protection will not save you from being deleted twice.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is that it's a deletion that gets through protection.
So Melga, they're screwed. Machine Dramons, they have a rough way to go.
Greymon also,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Anything that relies on X antibody protection or like single deletion protection, like Machine Dramon, just it's gone.
You're just done.
Well,
Don't try.
correction. It's gone if it's the only Digimon you have on the board at the time that the effect goes off. Because if you have two different Digimon on the board, then it's not going to hit the same one both times. So you could survive that because it would hit. Let's say you had a Floodgate rookie and a level 6. It would hit the lowest DP deletion would hit the rookie, and the highest DP deletion would hit the level 6. So if you had protection on level 6, then you could respond and save it because it's only being hit by one deletion effect. You're okay. But if you only have one stack on the board and Leviamon swings, you're exploding.
Dang.
Unless you're immune to Digimon effects. But, that's an entirely different kind of protection that's not very common.
And Leviamon X is pretty gnarly too.
Yeah. Leviamon X just tacks on more of the same shenanigans. Bigger body, more removal.
Like, I think we'll see a lot more of it. Plus, Leviamon X, cool because it's trash all turns. When isn't it when you play a Digimon or Tamer,
When an
you can
effect,
Digivolve into him?
so trash and all turns. When an effect plays an opponent's Digimon or Tamer, one of your Leviamon or a Digimon with X antibody may Digivolve into this card without paying the cost. Security attack +2.
Eat me up. I
Then-
play Tamer, Geo Gray, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and then when Digivolving, if your opponent has as many or more total Digimon and Tamers as you, delete one of their Tamers, then delete one of your opponent's level 3, one of their level 5, and then one of their level 7s. That's baddie.
Leviamon is an angry gator.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, that's kind of circumstantial, but that's going to happen pretty often. It's very rare now. Like I said, I feel like our meta is slowly adapting to where we're all running a lot more Tamers, running a lot more security options. So,
And
I think
Death
he's
X is
just gonna
coming
get
back,
better.
baby.
Yeah. By the way, he's even though he is X program himself, he does not have X antibody as traits.
He is
I
not
mean, that makes-
protected from the X program.
That makes sense though.
Because he is the X program.
He is the X program, and the X
Yeah.
antibody was made to survive him.
Yeah. Yeah, Wholehearted made me wish I was playing more Gray. 10,000%. Sec +6. None of your security options activate. I think that Anubis, of course. Melga has a lot more in its toolkit than I think, sadly, I think the Melga player, who's another Michael, I think he's a lot like me. He got in his own head a lot. I think it made him question his plays a little too much. Because I think the new Melga, from the way I was watching it play, is a lot like War Greymon, red base. You come out into your champion and ultimate phase and start to swing. And Melga, at that point, if you don't have the perfect stack, and it will sadly get a little bit worse because it's only deleted, or you can only save it from, deleted by battle. So Greymon kind of fixes that because you bump up your DP so high, you're swinging for sometimes 13, 14,000 with a level 5 for +2, maybe 3 checks. Where Melga is supposed to be getting multiple smaller swings, checking 1 or 2 security, unsuspending, swinging again, digivolving. I felt like he was having an issue with staying alive, and that's not his fault. That's just that deck we had. Think about it, with me and Wholehearted running SecCon, there's dozens of just DP reductions. So he couldn't always save himself. Chaos deck, can't save yourself. So
Yeah, I already talked to Mega Sweaty. We're gonna get him back on soon. I'm sure Wholehearted will come back some other time. I also messaged CK from the D Boys about coming on. I think it was D Boys. Let me find it real quick.
D Boys,
Valley Boys TCG on YouTube.
Oh,
He was the one who had the Beelzemon list pre-structure deck
Yeah.
that topped.
the one we went over in the podcast, the
Yes.
real toolboxy one.
Yep. He took
Okay, I remember that.
he took a Mamimon deck and got in the top 100 for regional. So
I like the Mamemon with the championship belt.
yes,
That's pretty sick.
I instantly gave mine to Jordan.
yeah. I got work tomorrow, so I gotta crash out soon. Wanted to do a short podcast at least.
Get something in for the week.
Yeah, buddy. Gotta keep getting these episodes out for the viewers because we love you all.
You gotta make sure there's gas in the generator.
Exactly.
So drive 4 hours to our next winner case.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this weekend is the sign-ups for the North Carolina regional, so we're all hoping to get in on that. Wholehearted said he was going to try to get in too, so we'll have a nice little crew driving up to North Carolina.
Hopefully.
Yeah, assuming that everything works out and we're all able to get registered and everything.
Assuming the website doesn't crash.
Knock on wood.
Yep, I
Yeah.
downloaded the Eventbrite app. We made an account. I'm ready to go.
Are you required to download the app?
No, it's just the easiest way to get for it
Yeah.
to notify you that tickets are available.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll be refreshing it. I ain't waiting for it to notify me. By then they'll probably be gone. But yeah, I think that's it. It was
Yep.
an awesome winning case, and had a good showing. Good showing for the security check crew. I was rocking my prismatic defender sleeves that I need some new ones for. So
Got them on the way though.
yeah, they should be here tomorrow or Friday.
Heck yeah.
Soon.tm.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
All right. Well, folks, this has been a short but sweet episode of the Security Check Digimon TCG podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Wanted to leave a special thank you to everybody that is listening to the podcast and supporting us, especially our sponsors, Wholehearted and Prismatic Defenders. Keep slinging that cardboard.